y'all, and welcome back to Lantern Creek Farm. We got a problem going on with the rabbitry. Stay tuned to the end to see what's going on and see how you can help us. Alright guys, we're getting busy today. This is what we got going on here. So we have one cage up here that's on this leg. We have this here, which was a hay rack for the horses and the cows, which we no longer need because we don't have horses or cows. And this area here is going to be the rabbitry for now. This isn't really a barn area per se. This area right here, we still have a hay rack here, and we have a smaller one here for the goats. And we also have Rover up here. Our plan is to remove this here, put a cage here, have a cage a little farther down. We're going to start lifting these cages up. If you didn't see, we have 2 rabbits in quarantine right now, but they're sitting on wood up off the ground, but they're just too close to the ground. We need them up off the ground, and this really needs to be done here. It looks better, it's nicer to have the rabbits off the ground. Also, we've got a mess here with like hay and stuff. Our bales were over here, and the chickens are like pulling hay down, and then of course we've got a rabbit here too, and she's pulling hay down. This needs taken off too. This is an old trough, feeding trough. It needs taken out. There's no reason for that to be there either. And so we're going to try to move our rabbitry around. We've got rabbits down here. Right now we're in demo mode. I'm going to try to take everything down that needs took down, and then maybe later Andy can help me. This might take a couple days to get everything situated, but we're going to get started. Alright guys, we got her off here. I spent about the better of 25 minutes trying to get one screw out of this board right here. This board and this screw to get her cage off. I couldn't reach it. I couldn't see it. I was trying to reach, trying to see, and I couldn't. I hollered at Andy and said, I've been trying for 25 minutes to get this screw out and I cannot get it out. He comes in, 2 seconds, and he has it out. And I don't know whether to be mad. I think I'm just going to be mad that he could do it and I couldn't. It's so aggravating. So anyways, I don't know if I need to take this board down. I'm going to leave it up for now because we might need it. That's what holds up the cage. But now the task is taking this down. And so it's got screws and nails in it, and so we're going to have to bust it and get it down, but I want to try to save these if I can.
I just went down the creek, and y'all can't see him, but I caught me a pet crawdad.
Holy. Today's not the day, guys. Everything that can go wrong is going wrong. My bit just got stuck in here. Andy's laughing. He thinks it's funny. It's not funny. That's why I'm in here doing this and he's outside. Andy found me the piece I need. Get y'all the better angle. Now we might be able to do it. I don't know. Who knows? try to get all the screws out, and then we'll work on getting the nails out. I don't know if these are screwed on. Those are nails. There's another screw. Tutorial or a how-to, because I don't know how to do nothing. Y'all, I'm a mess. Why is this so hard? Oh, Lord. Why is this so hard? Andy does this with complete ease on a daily basis, and here I am. He's like, I'm on the struggle bus.
You're married, you know what I'm going through.
I can't do nothing. Look, dude, it is like, why is this so hard? It's never this hard.
You gotta push it up on there where it don't slip. Clean out before you strip it.
I think that's the only two. We might be able to get this down in one piece, though.
See?
And he does it in like 2 seconds, and it takes me 5 minutes to find the hole. I try to be helpful, though. At least I can say that.
I got stuff I gotta do.
He's supposed to be working on his project, and he has to come in here every 5 seconds to help me. I'll do this part, and you go out there and work on what you're supposed to work on. And he's had to come in here and pull screws out.
Dad now sees why I don't get much done.
Oh yeah, blame it on me. He's tattletaling on me to his dad. Okay, so now I just have to take a hammer and get this stuff down. And the way it's going, it's probably not going to turn out good, but we're going to try. I would like to get this down, honestly, in one piece. If we could get this top and this down, I don't know if it'll actually happen. But if we can get it down in one piece, we could use this somewhere else. And so we'll just have to see. So, bums away. Oh, let me see. Maybe the nails will be good to me. That one come out easy. Let's see, I don't think that one's tight. Woo! I'm going to go to this other side, and yes, I'm standing on a bucket. That's why it's completely uneasy here. That's a nail. So, there's 2 screws we got out over on that side. This side is a nail. Sorry, it's probably vibrating you all. It broke a little bit, but we got that side down. So now we just need to get this other side down, and I think that it will come off a lot easier like that. Look, guys, I got it down, and I saved these. I've got one I got to pull out here. I can get one-handed. There we was having to stick my arms and stuff through these. So I just figured to go the smart way and to get it done like this. But it's already better, y'all. Alright guys, this side is about embarrassing. But we had a little mineral feeder here for the goats when this is the goat barn. I went ahead and took it down. This little square box that's at right here. And then we have this trough here. And then all this hay and rabbit poop. And so her cage is above this, and the poop is just going down in here. It's actually kind of really gross. About ashamed to say that, but we all do stupid stuff, so here we are. I'm going to go ahead and take this trough off as well. And I'm going to try to get it off all in one, or at least a couple pieces. I might leave these here because there's no really reason for them to come off. They can stay, they're just going to be sitting here, but we need this off here. And it looks like there is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. 5 screws holding it to these. So I feel like if we could get this off, then the whole thing will come off. We'll see. And then after that, we got to get this out. It's really embarrassing. It's really gross, but I mean, it is what it is. And so we're going to go ahead and do that. I almost forgot to. I have to take this off here because I think we're going to put one of the larger cages up here on this area. I need to not do that. I'm going to get a splinter. We're going to put one of the larger cages up here. And so what has happened is this hay rack was here. That mineral feeder was down here, the trough was here, and so it was just like a real awkward area. And so much, this is a big space. I mean, almost arm's width, well, yeah, about arm's width, the gates right here, so just like maybe fingertip less than arm's width of space from here, and even on this side, there's so much room, but we couldn't use it because there was stuff here, and we hadn't really decided for sure if the rabbits were going to be on this side or this side, but that's where we keep the baby buck, and that's where we have mother's birthing area. And so we decided that this side works best, but we've got to do some organizing. We've got to get some organizing done. Guys, this is really nasty. It's full of poop. Oh. I'm going to go ahead and get that screw out the rest of the way and then take it outside. And then we'll get this area cleaned up. Yay! Look at all the space. It looks tiny on the camera, but that's a big area that was just wasted. So, I'm excited to get it cleaned up. Alright guys, we got some work ahead of us here. I'm figuring if I'm going to clean this area out, I probably just need to clean the whole area, which means that these rabbits that are sitting here need to go out. I've got Honey out here. Can't probably see for the light. There you go. She's right there. So I think I'm going to take Blue and Pipsqueak and the babies outside and just kind of let them be out here. It's not raining or nothing. Maybe they can nibble around on the grass or something. But that way we can just get this area all cleaned up. Now Rover is over here, and I don't think I'm going to need to take him down. We can't fit nothing else in this area because it'll stick out too far where the gate's at. We also can't put nothing here because it'll stick out too far where the gate's at. And then right here is the hole that we climb in and out of that goes out to the chicken area. We've always needed to make a door here, but we never have. And so that's a little hole that we go in and out of and have for years. That was the goat hole. where the goats were in the barn, and they would just go out that way into the goat pasture, which is now Andy's chicken pasture. And so we've moved everything around all the time. This place seems like it changes every day almost. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to just kind of clean up in here, but it's going to look really good after it's done. Can you see it? That's the baby buck eating out of the hay roll. Look who's taking a nap. That boy is always sleeping on the job. He's dead out. Look, he's moving his arm. He's having a dream. He's just way out. And here's our little guy here. Not so little anymore. Also, guys, sadly but surely, I've talked about it multiple times. I've done videos on it early on. The goats are for sale again. The herd is for sale. We are just kind of wanting to get out of the boar goats. They're just not our favorite. I love the goats. I love all their personalities. You know, I don't want nothing bad to happen to the goats. But it's time to move on. It's time to have, you know, a change. And maybe later on when we own our own farm, we can get some dairy goats. That's more of my dream, to have dairy goats. And we'd also like to have cattle. And cattle might come in the future. But the herd is for sale. And so, like I said, with the rabbits, if you are in our area and you are looking for a boar goat herd, we've got one. Alright, as you all seen in that time lapse, I got the cages out. Out of breath. Those gray cages are no joke, y'all. So this is what we got to clean up. This is where they were laying and stuff. There's hay underneath that. And we got that hay to clean up as well. So we better get to work. I've decided if I'm going to clean out this side and all the hay, might as well clean out this side too. That's the baby buck side. He is in the big pasture on the small side, like I showed you all. So might as well clean that up too. Well, baby buck's area is clean, but I moved all that hay that was over there over here. So let's get it out of here. Well, guys, that's wheelbarrow load 1. I thought I had you on time lapse, but I think I had you on regular video. Co's done found something interesting. I think it's only going to take about 1 wheelbarrow load. Got that little pile there, and then that pile there. We're going to go ahead and take this out into the pasture right here, and I'll show you. Y'all see that dark spot right there? That is a big hay area where our horses hay ring. Or hay wasn't a ring, where their hay used to sit, in a big area, and so it's piled up with really rich black dirt. And we planted tomatoes in it last year, but they didn't do very good, just because we didn't stand them up or do anything with them. We just let them do what they were going to do. We didn't water them or anything. And so, but anyways, that's where we take out our old hay for the chickens to scratch through and kind of turn that soil. So let's put it out there. Like I said, I think we got 1 more load to do. I'm not going to bore you all with that. But this will be like a clean, blank slate. And this is super exciting because I can already see like more room and more area. And hopefully we can get those rabbits off the ground. I know it's bad for them. I know it's bad in the wintertime for them to be right on the ground. Of course, we keep the area underneath clean and things like that, but they need to be up. And so, super excited to be able to get this done. Hopefully, hubby will be in here to help me soon to get it organized. he's just better with things like that, about how to get things up, you know, screw things down. Obviously, not my cup of tea. I always tell him all the time that's why I married a handyman. If you don't know, that's what he does for a living. He owns his own handyman business and services, and so that's what he does for a living, and he's really good at it. He's an excellent carpenter and just everything. He can do everything. He can plumb, do everything. He's just good at everything. So anywho, enough of bragging about him. I don't want to give him the big head. We're gonna clean the rest of this up. I stand corrected. It was 3 full well barrels. This is not as full as the other one, but it's still, I don't know if y'all can see it. There you go. Still pretty full. But the corner looks amazing. After I get back from dumping this, I'll show y'all what it looks like. Alright guys, look at the difference. If I can get back so you can see. So, we just put one of the cages up and we are going to have to move this. I wasn't for sure if the cage was going to reach over. But we did try one of the hence the poop right here. We did try one of the cages right there, and it's going to fit perfectly. And so I do need to remove this board here. But I'm just super excited about all the space, because that means that we can get 1 cage here, 2, maybe 3, at least 2 up here. And so it's wonderful news. Super excited. Alright guys, I got this corner all cleaned up. So if you remember, there used to be a fan that sat here. There was a water bucket here, and the water bucket might go back there after we're done. But this whole area is ready for the rabbits to be put up. Andy is working out on a project out here in his chicken yard. As you can see, he's putting new tops on his chicken cages. And so I'm just waiting on him, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do. The babies are out and about. There's Blue, and Honey's back behind. There's the bucket that was hanging. Honey's back behind there, though. You can see the top of the cage. You can't see her. Sorry guys, you missed us putting this one up and that one up. When Andy does stuff, he does it like a rocket. But we got 3 cages up today. I didn't figure he would want to put one over there. This kind of blocks this hole here. It does allow the dog to come in and out, but of course people aren't going to want to crawl underneath a rabbit, I wouldn't think. Okay guys, we got a situation, and I'm going to need your all's help to kind of work it out. We got to figure out what we're going to do here. Now there's a few spots we can't put cages, and so we're going to have to figure out a solution. We have 2 more rabbits and a whole set of babies that still need maneuvering. Now, all the cages that I have are full, which include the hutch outside that Clover's in. The buck is in here. Honey is in here. She is for sale, so she'll might sell. Beth is in here. Rover is in here. He is for sale. And Pipsqueak and her babies are in here. So Pipsqueak's going to have to come out soon. And she'll probably go in one of these Demore black cages. Now we have the bigger version and the smaller version. She'll go in one of the bigger versions. She's obviously a bigger doe. I would like Manly to go into one of the smaller ones because he's a baby right now. So I think I need to buy another one of these large cages for Bess. Here's our situation. If we buy 2 more cages, see, this cage is like just one of those, little rabbit cages they sell in like pet stores, and I would rather not be a permanent cage. I was using it in the summer for the rabbits to go out on grass, because obviously that doesn't have to be real big for them to get out on grass, but I'm going to hopefully maybe get another one of these. So let's say we buy 2 more cages. We have this cage down here, and we need to figure out somewhere to put this cage. Now, here's the problem. Where are we going to put it? I want it in here because it's under roof. We do have clover out there in the outside hutch, but it's a really warm area. It stays cool in the summer and stays warm in the winter. And so it's a really good spot. There's no sense in moving her. Although I would like to have her in here. As you can see, we have limited space. Okay, so here's the options. I'll flip the camera around and kind of show you what's going on. Okay, guys. Here's the problem. So when you walk in, you immediately meet, and here's the gate. So I guess I'll probably show you the gate. Here's the gate. We're walking in. If we get rid of the goats, we can use this area for the rabbits, but right now we can't. And as you can see, the chickens roost over this area. But until the whole goat herd is sold, we might as well say this area is not usable. So we have Pip here, and then we have this divide, which is cattle panels here. We have this back wall here, which is the back of the barn. And then we have this wood here that was for the cows and the horses. It's probably getting ready to get loud. He just shot something out there. Okay. We can't put nothing here because there's obviously not enough room. It's just like about as long as my arm. So that's a no. We can't put nothing here because there won't be much room to get through. And we use this door every day. Yeah. Now maybe we could fit maybe a small cage there, but it's gonna leave hardly no space. So it wouldn't be a good idea to put one there. At first we weren't gonna put one here because this is an entryway for us and the dog and the chickens, but we ended up putting one there. We have this area here, but we have a leg down here. And then we have this area here. And I thought maybe we could put a cage under here and maybe do like a sloped roof of some sort for the feces to go down and the urine to run down the middle. But Andy wasn't sure if that was a good idea or not. And so we're needing some ideas and some help. As you can see, this is the space we're working with. Obviously, we can't put anything underneath here. Probably couldn't put anything underneath there unless we absolutely had to. Now we have this small area, which is about the length of that, which is my arm, and we got to be able to open the door there. Now maybe we could like float a cage down on the bottom, but then again, it's going to be right in between this rabbit, and there's going to be pee and poop and everything else. And so this is the only available space that I can think of for this large gray cage. It does have a temporary metal roof that needs screwed on right now. Could we do that and then do like a slant over top of it? I really don't know. Let me get from a different angle here. Here's the space that I'm talking about underneath. Obviously it's going to be the same width as the cage above because it's the same cage. It's just that it's not the same cage. Same size cage. They connect together, so they're pretty much the same cage. We just split two-tiered cage in half. And so this is kind of what it looks like, but I'm needing some ideas. Could we use this wall here? And if we did, how could we? The only issue is we use this for goats, to hold and store goats. So if you can see, I had to put a gap. You can't really see it, but I had to put a gap here. That way the buck wouldn't be messing with the rabbit here. I'll probably even have to move it up just a little bit more. But like I said, we've got to make room for this cage and 2 more cages. So if you all have any ideas on how we could make this work, I would appreciate it. We could use that there, but with the baby buck in here, we're gonna have to walk all the way through to feed the rabbit and stuff. And if you know anything about goats, they terrorize while you're trying to get stuff done. And so I don't know. I feel like we're stuck. We can't really go farther up either. I mean, there's a little bit of wall there, but there is no studs or anything like that. It's just metal. So that's where we're at. If you've got any ideas, please let us know. And we couldn't hang nothing on the gate either. I thought about that, but it'd be too heavy on the gate. And so that's where we're at. Y'all help us out. Okay, guys, as you can see, I am at a loss as to what to do. We've got a few more things. Angie just scared one of the chickens. We've got a few more things that we got to get figured out. But if y'all got any ideas, please let me know and try to help me out if you can. But I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate y'all hanging out. And I'm thankful for Andy helping me today. I couldn't have done it without him. He literally is the best. But hope y'all come back for the next one. If you have any ideas, let me know.